In Horizon Forbidden West, we have a new rarity that is more powerful than the very rare purple items. You have to work for these orange weapons though, but it will totally be worth it. Also interesting is that every weapon type has one legendary variant, except for the Hunter Bow, which has two. And I'll of course tell you how to get these items as well, without any spoilers whatsoever. Let's start with the Hunter Bows, in particular the Sun Scourge, which is a reward from completing all the rebel camps in the game, so the bigger camps, also noted with a larger icon. And I will, by the way, leave a link to an article with all these locations in the video description, also for the other things I mention later on. After doing all the camps and the final mission that follows, you can loot this bow, and it's an insane elemental beast with 3 common elemental ammo types that will be handy against many machines in the game. And pretty crazy, on the normal difficulty, many machines will also instantly get the status effect after just one arrow. Even the behemoth only needed one shot of this bow thanks to the high elemental buildup you can view under the elemental damage. Sure, some bigger and apex machines required multiple shots, but you can use the triple notch skill to load up multiple arrows on the bow to shoot them all at the same time. The big downside is the fact that these arrows are quite expensive. They require volatile sludge for every shot, which you can get from apex machines or larger machines. And also, loading them up is a bit slower than regular elemental arrows. And we also see that with the shock arrow from the Death's Seeker Shadow Hunter Bow. So this is the other legendary Hunter Bow. It feels like the final version of the Hunter Bow we start the game with. It deals amazing tear damage with just regular arrows, so you can easily detach machine parts with precise hits. And again, the shock arrows can help with that too. Just like with the Sun Scourge, you will need 2 arrows for the larger machines, after which you can very easily aim and hit specific parts. So you could say that with these 2 legendary Hunter Bows, you're covered for most elements. But what is interesting is that this legendary Hunter Bow also has a special targeting arrow, which allows you to guide any overridden machine towards a specific target. So nice if you like to override machines a lot. I personally still need to spend more time with this Machine Master playstyle, but yeah, this should be key for that. A mount will, by the way, not react to this arrow, which actually is kind of nice, otherwise you could easily lose them when doing this tactic. So it's totally an interesting arrow, but even if you don't use that type of playstyle, this bow is still a must get. And you find it as one of the 3 legendary weapons in the arena vendor. So let's look at the other arena weapons, and way more legendary weapons you can of course get in Forbidden West. If you like the video so far, then leaving a like on it would really help me out, and subscribe for way more videos like this. So first things first, you can of course unlock the arena after doing the Broken Sky main mission, and then also completing the main mission that follows that, which is recommended for level 17. Talk to the 2 ladies in front of the arena, they will have a side quest, and after completing that, you can begin the arena challenges. If you earn 80 medals by completing the fights under a certain time limit, they can buy your first legendary weapon at the arena vendor. The order is up to you, but after completing all the challenges under that time limit, you can buy everything. We got the Blastforge, a Boltcaster. The other weapons are, by the way, also 80 medals. This one can be powerful, but you have to use it right, and there are fun ways to enhance this power as well. One nice thing is freezing the machine first and then switching to this Blastforge to unleash the magazine onto that enemy. Totally use the sustained burst skill for this. We touched on this skill in our best skills video. This lets you unleash the full magazine even faster for way more damage. Combining that with concentration makes it even easier to finish this attack. And yeah, you see the damage come in. Of course, smart to focus on the weak points, although this weapon also has special piercing bolts that ignore armor. And you also have explosive ammo, which is kind of amazing. Now, of course, just like with the other legendary weapons, if you take the time to upgrade them at the workbench, which is really end game stuff, then you also unlock extra perks. And the final perk for the Blastforge is called Instant Shocked Chance. So the chance is very low, but every bolt counts as 1. So you have a lot of chance when you unleash a full magazine. There are also mods like this, which you can buy at Thornmarsh. These have a 4% chance to trigger, which doesn't sound like a lot, but again, with the Boltblaster, you can actually make it work, and it's amazing to, out of nowhere, see Acid on the Thunderjaw when you're just shooting. There's no elemental ammo type for this Blast Forge, but with this combination, you can still make it work. It's pretty awesome. Now moving on to the final weapon from the arena, the Forgefall. Also 80 medals, and as you might know, Sharpshot Bows are really the sniper type of weapons this time around. Focused on a lot of damage with a single shot, which you can enhance even more with the focused shot weapon technique to, for example, instantly kill smaller machines. The regular arrow from the Forgefall is just the perfect Sharpshot Bow arrow with the same damage as Steer, so good at removing parts too, but making sure the enemy has a damage increasing status effect like the freeze will of course make sure that this is even more effective. Like, it's very satisfying, it feels kind of pro to take a Tremortusk out from far away like this with some well-placed focus shots. He's unable to do anything back. The bow also has an element, it can namely shoot plasma, with the advanced plasma arrow being able to instantly trigger the effect on a Slitherfang, then follow up with the regular arrows, and the plasma blast is full, dealing more damage once the effect is over. So yeah, it's a great weapon if you like the playstyle, but yeah, the downside once again is the ammo cost. It's a pretty expensive hobby to shoot around with this weapon. Same, by the way, for the Skykiller. This is the legendary spike thrower, which you can get from a side quest called The Way Home. You find that one over here on the map, and you have to be pretty late in the main story in order to do it. So I would recommend that you just finish the main story and then go and get this. You might know spike throwers by now, heavy damage dealers that you mostly want to save for big machines. Like, sure, it can instantly kill smaller machines like the Sharpshot Bow, but yeah, that's not worth the ammo cost. Now, it's better against larger machines, especially in combination with the splitting spike weapon technique that rains down even more of these spikes onto the target. If you got the Power Shot Valor Surge from the Hunter skill tree, the spikes and the explosion that happens shortly after deals more damage, and you also do not consume any ammo, which is pretty insane. You can also throw fire spikes when you encounter enemies that are weak against that, although it will mostly deal fire damage instead of build up the effect. And this weapon is great in the arena because you do not consume ammo here, so you can just spam it. Same for the Wings of the 10, by the way. Both are really strong and resource hungry. So this is the legendary Blastsling you get from collecting all the black boxes in the world, so the small collectibles. Also a link to an article with all the locations in the video description. Once you got all 12 of them, you have to bring them to the lady over here on the map, who you encounter close to the Broken Sky main mission. You also have to spend these boxes on her shop, then talk to her again, and then you should get the rewards. You could argue that this Blastsling is more an explosive solution against medium-sized machines. So with the advanced bombs, able to tear them apart very easily. Yes, freezing the target, once again smart to enhance the damage for the explosions. But it's not only about the damage with this one, as the adhesive bombs should not be underestimated. If a machine tends to move a lot or has weak spots that are hard to hit, then using a few of these adhesive bombs make it an extremely easy target. You can then follow up with explosives from this weapon or grab another weapon to more easily get the job done. It's really great. Also really great is the Ancestor's Return, but this one totally requires a lot of skill to get a lot out of it compared to the other weapons I already mentioned. This is namely the legendary Shredder Gauntlet that you can get after handing in all the ornaments found in the relic runes, which you basically get after completing these locations. There are 8 of them. And then you want to go over here on the map. You can talk to this person after the Sea of the Sands main mission, then just follow the errand to, in the end, to get the weapon. Again, a link to a guide will be in the video description. This might only be the weapon that takes the longest time to get, but once again, it's worth it if you know how to use it. The idea with these Shredder Gauntlets is that you namely catch the disc, you throw 3 times by also seeing where it goes, and then the 4th throw will be an explosion on impact, resulting in some nice elemental damage with the acid and shock disc ammo variants that you find on this weapon. So you can have these status effects even on bigger enemies with just 1 disc if you play it right. The third ammo type is for tear, so amazing to remove parts even before throwing that 4th explosion one. It once again takes some time to get used to it, but it's really rewarding when you figure it out. Then the final legendary is a reward for completing all the 4 hunting grounds. Again, link to the locations in the video description. Once you got them all completed at the best rank, you will get a pop-up for this weapon. And I need to spend more time with it because it has some interesting uses like the shield you can put down to protect yourself from ranged attacks. Wish we could like shoot through it ourselves though, that would have been nice. Then we got the regular explosive wires, but they are advanced, so they cost more resources. Easily get the job done against smaller and medium machines, but are kind of a waste, and I did not really like them against the bigger machines either. Now, my favorite ammo type with this weapon is the stagger beam. I already have some cool tactics here, but more on that soon. I'm just curious about your favorite weapon type as well. Let me know in the comments down below. As I noted many times before, I love the warrior bows. You also have a legendary one, the Carja's Bane, but I already talked a lot about this one, so it's amazing. It's really good. You get it from the races that start here, and then you can just follow them. You do need to complete some main stories to be able to go to all of them. But yeah, follow that and then you get this amazing warrior bow. A like on the video would of course really help me out. And subscribe for way more Horizon content if you haven't already. Check out our other video by clicking on the screen. And for now, I will speak to you in the next one. Goodbye.